So me and my wife were talking a couple months ago, like, we just need some shit. You know, we need something going on in our life. My wife went back to work last week a couple days just to do something. You know, there's days my wife will say something to me and I go, that's the mind of somebody who ain't working. Because if it's something that small, you wouldn't fucking worry about it in a big fucking world, you know? So she started working, but something else, they called her from the rec center and they asked if she wanted to coach girls basketball. And she was like, sure. So she put a team together with my daughter and some of the girls from softball. I went to the practice last Wednesday. I did not know what to think. Guys, you know I'm a basketball guy. That's my world. Before I became the fucking biggest loser in the world, I love basketball. I loved it. And then somebody broke me freshman year and I never played again. It's a fucking shame, you know. I mean, I played pickup games as I got older and I gambled playing basketball on myself. We hustled people, but I never played whatever no more. And that always weighed on me. That weighed on me for fucking years. That was like it was more like something that I never wanted to do again, you know. And when I quit basketball, I walked away from it. I played my freshman year, and then by February or March, I got into smoking dope and partying big, and I'm like, I'm not going to play basketball. I'm not going to take this shit. You know, either I start or I'm not going to I wasn't willing to work, you know, and I quit. And I walked away from it, and I saw the kids that I played with and came up with become varsity basketball players. And I got to tell you something, guys. It wasn't my mother's death at the time. It wasn't that I was confused. It wasn't that I was doing drugs or I was a criminal. One of the things that weighed me down the most was just quitting something. That has such a fucking weight on you that if you don't give a fuck, you know. And then once you start quitting things, guys, it builds a pattern for you to quit everything. It gives you an excuse. That's it. I'm quitting. You know, you ever meet those people? What happened to your job at the guy was an asshole. What happened to your job at the window place? Oh, they wanted me to work nights. What happened to your job at the bartending place? The guy wouldn't let me fucking drink on the job. You ever meet those people? Those are the people that always fucking quit when the going gets tough. And guys, I was one of those motherfuckers. Like I said before, why'd I get into comedy? I got into comedy because I tried everything the fuck else. I was a cook. I was a bartender. I was a roofer. I fucking laid railroad ties. You know how many of those jobs I walked away from after like an hour? Like the same for me, this is too much work. Like, I'm not doing this. I don't need to do this. I could sell an 8-ball. That was my fucking attitude for years. And it was made to me, available to me by quitting basketball. It was just something, and guys, I was never a fucking quitter. It was just something. I didn't like how I was treated. I didn't like that they wanted me to fucking work. I didn't like that they wanted me to prove myself. And I guess somewhere in my heart, I thought I was above that, and I just walked away from it. And looking back, I talked about this in the church in the very beginning, that I had quit fucking masonry. I was a roofer. You know, when I was a roofer, I was a little older, and I didn't quit. My wife dumped me, so I lost my fucking family job. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I quit roofing. I would have still been roofing. But I quit. I kept quitting shit, and it was all due to that one basketball fucking season when I just go, that's it, I'm not doing this anymore. And I tell you guys, it ate fucking away at me. And I think that's the reason why it took me so long to get on stage. That's the reason why it took me so long to propose to my wife, because I always wanted to make sure. You know, when I got out of prison and I got put in a halfway house, I was infatuated with fucking Andrew Dice Clay. I was infatuated with Andrew. I was infatuated with Kennison. I was infatuated with Bill Hicks. I mean, I was just infatuated. And I'm like, the last thing I wanted to do, honest to God, was to go down to Comedy Works, get on stage, and me not like it. That was fucking fearful as fuck. Because if you don't think I thought about that at that time, I was fucking 25 years old. I had nothing going on for me. I was a felon, and now I'm about to put something else on my fucking shoulders, which in my mind I thought I could never do. So part of my fear to get on stage was that if this didn't work out, I was going to be in a tough fucking position. This was going to get tough for Uncle Joey. I would have had to fucking double up on. I just didn't know what it was. And I like to work, guys. I like the fucking gift of working hard. I like outworking people. I love fucking outworking people. You know, I love all that shit, but it was just so fucking difficult for me to do anything because I was addicted to coke and everything. Whoa. You want me to work 8 hours at $10 an hour and I'm going to make $80? I can make 100 selling an 8-ball. So that was the stupid excuse I would give to me to fucking legitimize why I would quit whatever the fuck I did. And guys, I had opportunities that most people would pray for. I was thinking about an opportunity I had back here in 1984. You know, I had worked at a lumber yard when I was a kid, and I picked up some good I knew some shit from that lumber yard. I mean, I really fucking did. It was a part-time job for me, but, you know, I had nothing else going on, and when I went in, I was going to school, but when I went into that fucking hardware store, I learned my shit. Galvanized, screws, fucking door jams, fucking saddles for electricians, plywood, fucking marine plywood. I fucking knew it all. So I got a job at Masbach Seni Hardware when I quit high school to support myself and my stupid drug habit. And after that, I fucked around for a few years. I was thinking about this job the other day. I got a job offered to me with no high school diploma, no GED at the time. I just went in there, bullshitted them, and I was experienced enough. And I got a manager's training program at Masbach Warehouse in like fucking, I like to say like East Rutherford or something like this. This was 1984, summer of 84. You wanna kick yourself in the head? You ready for this one? It was a 40-hour week at a desk. Uncle Joey got a desk job as a salesman and helping people order, like, you know, like just a salesman. And then I worked overtime in the warehouse. They would let me work 20 hours a week overtime at the warehouse at like $20 an hour. Okay, $20 an hour. It's like 400 fucking bucks, okay? Plus the fucking like 16 I was making in the daytime. I still remember not having the money to go get a fucking dress shirt. Like a dress shirt. But here's where it got weird. My days off were Monday and Wednesday. I liked the Wednesday. I liked the Monday. I wasn't crazy about the Wednesday, but the opposite of that was I had to work on Saturdays and Sundays.